Tonight's greatness in barbecue entertainment is partnered with the Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads, the barbecue store in Hempstead, the Chupacabra Rodan, Team Cosmos Q Products, Full Printing Wraps and Graphics, We Branded Promotions, Texas Oil Dust, Team Rec Tech, Texas Original Charcoal, the Navy SEAL Danny Dietz Memorial Classic, Texas Chrome Heroes Foundation, Pinkerton's Barbecue, K&R Pipeline Services, Smokin' Magic, All Fired Up Cook-Off, Laredo Roofing Solutions, Half-Fast Cookers, and the Chopping Block in Webster and Victoria. Thank you for supporting the So Smokin' Gooder Show.
If you're gonna put it in the box, put it in the box. I call it bass boat.
Bass boating?
If you ever seen a bass boat go down the water and everything like that?
Oh, and he nailed it. Oh, shit. Hashtag bass boat.
Hey, we got any more beer in here? All right, I'm sorry. I won't talk again. I'm sorry. All right, go ahead, Robbie.
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either.
Hey there, everybody. This is Aaron the Retro Guy, host of the Morning Roast Radio Show, and you're locked in to the So Smokin' Gooder Show. Give it to them, fellas.
Ooh. Hey, what's up? I'm Cosmo, and you're watching the So Smokin' Gooder Show. So grab a drink, park your ass, and don't forget to smash that subscribe button and ring that bell so you don't miss a thing.
Talk about buttered sausage.
Hi, my name's Reagan Razor of La Pasadena. You're watching the So Smokin' Gooder Show. Are y'all high? Because I am. Enjoy the show.
Well, hello there. How you doing? I'm Aaron Leslie with Texas Oil Dust, and today you're watching the So Smokin' Gooder Show.
3, 2, 1. Hi, I'm Brad.
And I'm Bree, and we're Smokin' Magic.
And you're watching the So Smokin' Gooder Show. Let's go.
Oh,
Yeah.
Are you ready to turn up the heat?
1. Let's go!
Because you've just tuned in to the one and only So Smokin' Gooder Show. We're coming to you live from Bullhorn Barbecue headquarters in Cypress, Texas. This is the show where we talk all things barbecue and brews, and you better believe we're here to have a good time. Get ready for the man who knows barbecue like the back of his hand, the guy who can tell you the difference between an IPA and a stout blindfolded, and the life of every party, your barbecue pitmaster and the host with the most, Rob Arocha. Whether you're part of the Gooder Gang or just here for the special guests, barbecue competition updates, or maybe even to rate some boxes, strap in, fire up those smokers, and crack open a cold one, because the So Smokin' Gooder Show starts now.
Absolutely. What is up, Gooder Gang? I don't know if you guys can hear me, making sure that the volume is up. There we go. There we go. What is up, Gooder Gang? Welcome to the show. You guys know where to be. That is right here. A little after 8 o'clock. You guys are watching the So Smokin' Gooder Show. Hope you guys are tuning in on either Facebook, YouTube, and or Twitch. If you're on Facebook, thank you very much. If you're on YouTube, hit that little like button. Subscribe if you're not already doing that. I am excited about tonight's show. We're going to bring you another first time guest to the show. we'll talk about that here in just a minute. But I hope you guys are having a great start off to the week. We're rolling into the weekend. Cooler temps here in Texas, which is always a welcome thing. It's just the week is rolling on by. We're already in September. We're 2 days, 3 days, whatever, 4 days, 5 days away from September, but it's coming on quick. We just started, January was only like 10 minutes ago, it feels like, and we're already in September. If you guys are chasing points, wow, it's getting towards the end of the year in CBA. We'll talk about that here in just a minute. But before we get to any and all of that, I got to introduce you guys to the co-host with the most. We're talking about Mr. Eddie Morales from the Pit Father Barbecue. What's up, brother?
What's up, brother?
What's up, brother? How are you?
Man, I can't complain. Doing pretty good.
Well, that's good. We haven't talked since last Wednesday. How are you been, man? What's going on with you?
Good.
What's going on with you? What's going on with Pit Father? What'd y'all do this weekend?
Not a damn thing.
No traveling, no cooking?
What did I do this weekend? No, we didn't. Had some family stuff, and I haven't been cooking much, man. It's pretty hot. That's not why, and I'm like, man, I'm glad I'm not cooking because it seems pretty hot out there. But it looks like it's starting to get better, so I'll be back pretty soon.
It's getting better. Cooler temps are here. I hope we don't get another heat wave. I feel like it's all last year. You remember last summer? It was like 100 degrees in Texas every day in August, except for one day, and that was 99 degrees. So terrible. But this year it seems like it's kind of let off. I think we've only had, like, down here in my region, maybe 5 or 6 days of over 100-degree weather. This week it's been in the mid 80s, not mid 80s. What am I saying? Low 90s, lows in the mid 80s. But yeah, so conducive to cooking. And especially if you don't have air conditioning, which is what I'm going through right now. Our AC went out a couple contests ago. We're getting that remedied, but it sucks if you don't have AC. If you're a pop-up warrior, more power to you. Pop-up warriors are the guys that don't have AC. They put a pop-up and everything's cooked outside, inside, whatever it may be. If you're a pop-up warrior, you're a badass and you're cooking in the summer in Texas, man.
Oh yeah, you're a fucking gangster.
Does
my sound sound like shit?
No, it sounds good. Why?
Because that guy that always gets sevens, Brandon, is saying that I sound like I'm talking through a payphone, and some other guy said I sound scratchy.
You sound a little bit monotone, that's all. It just sounds like you're mono instead of stereo.
Huh, I don't know.
How do I sound, Ty?
You're fine. Unfortunately, it's just the Pit Father. Maybe we got to invest in some new equipment for him since he's the new star of the show. I don't know.
I think we're okay. I mean, he doesn't sound as good, doesn't look as good either. So I'm just messing with.
I don't know what to do.
My boy Eddie. No, I think you're okay. Maybe you can log out and log back in. That might help. We'll see. Because I got to do the rundown. This is a perfect time, Eddie. You can do all that while I give a rundown to the Gooder Gang. This here tonight. All right. While Eddie is doing that, we're going to give some shout outs to the best part of the show. You guys know what that is. That is you, the Gooder Gang. Thank you very much for tuning into the show. 7 seasons in. I think Ty put out there episode 275. Anybody wants to fact check that? Good luck. Good luck. You can do that if you want. But yeah, 275. Let's give some shout outs, Ty. You ready to run down? Here we go. First in, almost as always, Carlos Calzada. Shout out to your son who just reported to the Air Force Academy. Thank him for your service. Thank you for your service, Carlos Calzada. The Dude Barbecue, they're killing it right now. I feel like they're always up in the they're always walking right now. Ocala Q, Randall Johnson, if you don't know. Ricardo Nieto, what is going on? What's up, Gooder Gang? Mr. Keen Sharpening Service, that is Jimmy Edmondson. You guys have not used his products or his services. He shows up at barbecue contests. If you guys see the Mr. Keen little Sprinter van, make sure you hook him up and give him your knife because he does a phenomenal job. And And he doesn't charge a lot. I said it last week. I think you should charge more. He said, nope, that's not what I'm doing here. I'm just doing out there to support the cook. So shout out to Jimmy with Mr. Keen Barbecue. Eric Arnold, that is Big E Barbecue, if you don't know, in my top 10 for the last power rankings held about 5-6 weeks ago. Nicho Arredondo, I think he's cooking this weekend. It feels like you're back on track. What's up, Nicho? Thank you very much. Matt, how are you? Matt is in the Northeast. He ran that big cook-off and brought CBA to the Northeast. Thank you very much. Smoking Magic's in the house. You guys noticed that new intro. That was awesome. I love that. Thank you to Brad and Bree with Smoking Magic. Corby Simpkins, Doodle Q, if you don't know. Nick Russ from Australia, down under in the house. We are hashtag Bullhorn worldwide. More on that in just a minute. But Brandon Perriman, what's up, guys? How are you? So he said, sup, gang. Fidel Sanchez, what's going on? Daddy Dutch in the house, 10 deep. Daddy Dutch, come on, bro. Come on, where you been? Bobby Delgado, what is going on? The guys make some phenomenal drubs. That is Quattro D Barbecue. If you don't know, Rudy Hinojosa, been a while. What's up, my man? Thank you for tuning in. Sam Demerit, Two Sauce Birdies. You can check out Sam and Kyle and Anthony, and of course our follow team Surge on Mondays at 8 o'clock. Almost. Yeah, they're on the Beyond the Smoke. Jared McCrory from Barefoot Cookers. What's going on? Uwe Braun. There you go. Let's go. Uwe Braun, my favorite German. He says, I need a new So Smoking Gooder Show tee. They're coming. I got in talks with Julie with We Branded Promotions. They're coming. Los 239 Grillers, what is going on? Finish Line Q. That is a new name. Thank you very much. What's up, Gooder Gang? Checking in from North Georgia. Hey, Finish Line, I'll be in Georgia. I'll be in Augusta, Georgia. I'm pretty sure that's North Georgia. I'll be at Rec Tech Academy in mid-September, coming up third week in September. If you're in that area, come on down. We'd love to see you. Jen Lee, she said, Ty, check your private messages.
Oh, I got her.
Okay. All right. We got that. We're in Pit Life Barbecue Podcast. That is Johnny Maggs. If you don't know, Los Gordos Barbecue, they are killing it right now. He said, what's up, Gooder Gang? Rob, Eddy, and producer Ty, Matt, Casper. What is good evening, gents? Carl Davis, Cast Iron Cookers. Good evening, Gooder Gang. Twisted D. What is happening? I'm sorry, Ty, you do the thing. Robert Leal Jr., that is the Hitman Barbecue. What's up, Rob, Eddy, Ty, Armando, and the Gooder Gang. Oh, look at my boy. Oh, there he is right there. Okie, hairific. Thank you for noticing. Thank you for I got a haircut. I almost do this every Wednesday, but you know, Ty is in the house. I mean, Okie, not Ty. Serge is back and Sergio Chapa. All right, let's run this real quick. Shadler Chapa, what's up, brothers? What's up, brother? Brandon Perriman, back. Max Campuzano, Keando Gooder Gang. Steven Rosinski, don't jinx us. What are we jinxing here, Steven? I don't know. Samantha Chair, oh my God, we still got El Barrio. Let's see who else we got. I don't want to repeat. Adam Michek, what's up, brother? Thank you for the show. We do this every Wednesday at 8 o'clock. Thanks for tuning in right now. Brant was hilarious last night on the Shig and Fried show. That was a good time. Brant was our guest for the Power Rankings. Did a phenomenal job. What's up, Brant? Who else we got here? Buddy Northrop, what's going on? Ty, who else we got? Jose, I'm going to let Eddy read this one. Oh, are you muted, Eddy? That's why we're live. All right, Smoking and Toasting in the house. Carlos Herrera in the house. Raul Gonzalez.
You hear me?
Yes, there you are. There you are. Larry Vaughn. Man, Gooder Gang checking in early. Yes, I can. Little Gringo, El Barrio, Rene Sanchez, double S Smokers, if you don't know. Yes, I can. All right. All right. We just ran through it. It's better. You sound great, man. You sound great. You good?
I good? I don't know.
I don't know.
I can't hear myself. So I don't know how it sounds.
There's Roddy checking in from the Valley. Man, talking about the Valley. I went to El Campo a couple weeks ago. Did not do well. They do not like my food in the Valley, apparently, bro. I went to the Valley, went to El Campo. No calls. I got 11th place chicken, which is solid. You know, that's solid. I like 11th place chickens. Better when they're first place chickens, but 11th place is great. That was a big field. El Campo with look at me. I'm talking in the Valley. El Campo. You got to give respect when you're down there, man. A lot of great cooks went down there doing 3rd grade math homework. Okay, I'm not sure. But yeah. And then this week I was almost in the Valley. I was in Needville, right outside of the Valley, almost in the Valley. And that, what a difference 10 miles makes, bro. You go from in the Valley, no calls, to right outside of the Valley, 4 calls in a GC. Pretty solid day. That was pretty awesome.
You GC'd?
I GC'd this weekend.
Oh shit! Congratulations, bro.
And
you GC'd in your hometown of Houston, Texas.
Needville,
Houston,
right outside of the Valley. Just outside. Shout out to Josh and Stacy Hale with Sure Shot Barbecue for RGC. Coming off a GC they can compete in the Valley. They GC'd in the Valley, RGC'd right outside of the Valley. It was pretty awesome, man. It was good. Rudy, he says you're drunk already. He's not drunk.
I wish.
Damn.
I'm working on
drinking? What are we drinking tonight, Eddie?
A little vodka.
Look at this.
Vodka.
Can you see this?
What is that? Chocolate milk?
That's coffee.
Oh, what the hell?
That's coffee, bro.
With rum or?
No, straight coffee, bro.
It's fucking 8 p.m.
I know. I was doing a little show prep. That's why I'm late.
A fucking long show or what?
Maybe. I don't know. I was doing a little show prep. All right, let's get to the show, bro. Nothing to report with Fit Father before we get started here? Where we go?
No, I haven't been cooking, man. But I get. Oh, hold on. Now I don't know what the fuck is going on with this shit, bro.
You sound fine. What are you talking about?
Well, Brian Fox is over here talking shit. We're not talking shit, saying that I sound like I'm far away, but I don't know.
I think you sound fine. Producer Ty, come in here.
No, it's fine. I mean, you probably have a compression issue. I don't know exactly what the problem is.
My compressor's fine.
Is it loud? Is it annoying as shit? Nah, it's fine. You sound fine.
All right. Yeah, no, I won't be cooking till probably my next one will be Danny Dietz.
All right, cool. Well, speaking of the Danny Dietz Memorial Classic, we're gonna have the promoter on. I told her she'd get on at 8:15 to 8:25. Mondo, I hadn't talked to Mondo, but he'll be on about 8:30. Let's bring her on right now. We're talking about the promoter of the Danny Dietz Memorial Classic. We're talking about Miss Jen Lee. Ty, you got her there. There she is. What's up, Jen? Can you hear me?
What's up, Jen?
I can hear you. I can't see y'all, but I can hear you.
Well, good, because we're not attractive dudes.
Maybe you need to put your glasses on.
Talking about Eddie.
Just took them off, but I'll put them back on. And nope, still not there.
Why can't you see us? What's going on?
I don't know. It says it has your names, but there's no picture of you. Like it's not streaming back to me.
All right.
I can see myself.
We're all good. We can hear you. We can see.
I don't need to look at you. It's all right.
Exactly.
You know
Miss Jen Lee, how are you? Doing
I'm
okay?
doing fantastic. Actually, doing fantastic. Eddie, thank you for getting your registration in.
Oh, you're welcome.
Appreciate
I wasn't going
you.
to Thursday
You
night,
wasn't?
but I decided to.
Can't pass up that money, huh?
I was going anyway. I told you I was going.
Oh, I know, but you weren't going to register.
No.
It's going to be difficult.
Well, speaking about money, we're talking about a $50,000 payout for the Danny Dietz Memorial Classic. This is a contest. Y'all hear me talk? I'm wearing a shirt tonight right now. This is an older shirt, but that's how long I've been 10th annual. Oh, look at you. Look at you. This is the 10th annual shirt, probably from about 5-6 years ago. Maybe we're in year 15. What year are we in, Jen?
Yeah, this is year 15.
Year 15. Amazing. It gets better and better each year. Venues change, cook-offs change, sanctioning bodies change. But one thing that does not change is the prestige, the accolades, the paddles, everything that comes along with the Danny Dietz Memorial Classic. I love it. I will always try to cook it as best I can. And I'm going to make a Hercules effort to be there this year. We'll talk about that in just a minute. But let's update everybody. How are we doing? What kind of, team count? Let's talk about things that concern people last year, which we're talking about, certified judges. We're going to talk about that here in just a minute. But let's give an update on the Danny Dietz Memorial Classic. How we looking?
We're looking good. As of last night, I was sitting right at 64, 65. I can't remember exactly. Went on Mike Steele's show, and this morning I woke up to 4 more registrations. So
beautiful.
Yeah, I'm looking at 75 to 80 cap. Hey, you're there. 75 to 80, capping it.
We're capping it at 80.
If I have it's a lot of paperwork. It's a lot of paperwork on the promoter's end to get it when you're at a different venue and those type of things, to get a lot of moving parts.
Okay.
And if it's drip, people hit me up here and there. Okay, fine. But for the most part, yeah, I would like to just shut it down and say, payout sponsored. I'm not dependent on payout based off of teams.
Yeah.
So, payout sponsored and makes paperwork easier for me. And I kind of feel like if you wanted to cook it, you'd already signed up. So
yeah, we're what are we 2-3 weeks out from now? We're 3 weeks.
Like. So, it's like I said, I'm not shutting it down or anything, but once I get closer to 80, then I'll reevaluate. So look at it and see.
All right. So Jen, give us a rundown on, we just talked about team counts. Let's talk about, we talked about payouts, but that bears revisiting. That is a huge payout. Not a whole bunch of contests hit $50,000. Guaranteed payout. Look at that right there. Producer Ty's on the house right there. $50K guaranteed. That is September 13th and 14th in Jellystone Park. What else that cooks can expect? I know you got some really big plans maybe for the you mentioned, hey, make sure you attend the cooks meeting. What's going on here with that?
Yeah, absolutely. If you can get into the cooks meeting. So I'm trying to think outside the box and do something different every year. We're still doing the MRE challenge, and we are doing margarita this year as far as open. Both of them will be KCBS style, present them how you want them. We provide the MREs, and we will also be providing the bottle of tequila. So
nice.
It is. Then I'm just going to say, in lieu of the crap that you get in goodie bags sometimes, just show up to head cooks meeting. I promise they won't be disappointed.
Okay.
Everybody's going to get an envelope when you sign in. Make sure you look in the envelope.
All right, then. That's a clue right there.
Somebody have to be there by a certain time, or?
Well, head cooks meeting is at 6. So.
Oh yeah, I won't be there.
Well, I can give your packet to someone else, and they can represent you. How's that?
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, find your designated person, your DH.
All right, Jen. So, venue, we talked about Jellystone Park. We got, how many more spaces do we have as far as like an RV park, as far as a cabin? If you're still interested in getting in here, how can they do this still?
So unfortunately, like I posted before, the venue worked with me until the 18th, and the prices went up. There's nothing I can do about that. The promo code is no longer valid. They do still have cabins, and they do still have RV spots. RV spots are very reasonable. They're not a crazy amount. Cabins, they're not reasonable. I'm not going to lie. So if somebody wants to get a cabin now, it's going to cost them some money, but RV spots are comparable of any other RV park. I think they're at 45 to 65 a night.
Okay. Wait, you said that promo code doesn't work no more?
It does not. It expired on the 18th.
Well,
Jen, I'll let you Give a rundown, give a rundown of what people can expect, or if they've never cooked the Danny Dietz Memorial Classic, what is it about? Why is it important? And what can they expect when they roll up at Jellystone Park for the Danny Dietz Memorial Classic?
As we've said before, many years, this cook-off has a different feel when you come to it. What we do is raise funds to provide grants for surviving spouses, Gold Stars families, in addition to veterans, first responders, law enforcement officers, anybody that has a need, whether it be what we primarily focus on is PTSD treatment that is not handled through VA benefits or regular insurance, so to speak. Yeah, they do. It's not as hot right now anyway, Carlos. In addition, we raise those funds, but we also we serve for immediate needs. So like last year, there was a gentleman that was there. His name is Slade. He was a firefighter that was in Hempstead and had responded to all of the grass fires that were going on during the drought. And they had a flashover and 80% of his body was burned. And so he applied, and we provided him with a grant for a special treatment that they were doing for some, I think it was like aqua hydrotherapy for the burns and stuff. It's just a program that's near and dear to my heart, and raising the money. Like I said, we have a grant tracker program on the website that people can go and see where they go. And 100% of the benefits go back to the foundation.
Amazing. And I've always said this on the show, obviously the payout's awesome. The trophies that you can win at this deal, or you have an opportunity to win, the paddle, we say the battle for the paddle. There it is right there over your left shoulder. Is there any way to get that closer that we can see that? Because sure. that is one of the premier trophies in barbecue. Eddie, you've seen those, man. Those are amazing. They are handcrafted by an actual Navy SEAL, which just makes that more important for the deal. Look at this right here.
So this is the one they presented to me in May, which was just amazing. Like I said, they're actual paddles, and then they're handcrafted with the steel with the trident. They've got the cord around them, et cetera, as you go through and look. And I don't know for anyone that's won them, they will notice when they get them, these are actually bullets that they're attached with.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's what's holding them on. And each one is crafted by a SEAL. So they mean a lot. Yeah.
They are badass. They are one of the premier trophies, as far as I'm concerned. They're one of the premier ones here in Texas that we can have the opportunity to win.
And what's neat is
I got Ty's boot. I want a Trident trophy. Those are amazing.
Whatever SEAL creates them, as they move through their line of service, some people pick them up and then some people start doing more. They're all different. None of them are created and crafted the same. And so whatever that SEAL feels like he wants to add, some of them, I have another one that I got one year, and it has a challenge coin at the top. So I don't really know what they're going to be this year. We don't know until we get them. And whatever the SEAL is feeling like doing, that's how he creates them.
Awesome. Well, sticking to our timeline, Jen, let's entice people to come. If we're capping at 80, we're close to that right now. So if you guys
like I said, I'll play with that. We're at about 70% certified. I'm going to say I really shot for 100%. I'm not going to make it. It's just, unless a miracle happens, it's going to be a 70-30 on certified judges.
Yeah, but last year I feel like we were 30-70. So this is a big major improvement. And so don't feel bad for doing that. Like I said on the show last week, this is going to take some time to get to 100%. So this is only year 2 of a KCBS cook-off deep in Texas. So if you're in the Valley, we teased it earlier, but if you're down south, right, this is the closest opportunity to do a KCBS without driving 13 hours, right? I know we have Cedar Park. I know we have Lubbock. If you're down there, that's a 14-hour drive. It's crazy. So this is your closest opportunity. So practice. If you're going to the Royal, if you're doing that, this is one of your unique opportunities in Houston area to go and cook a KCBS and have like she just mentioned, about 70% certified judges. Last year, probably 30%. I know there were some rumblings, but she's going to be she's done some classes. She got another class lined up right before the event. So if you guys are on the fence of doing that, this is one of your unique opportunities to go and cook a KCBS contest and have pretty much a 100% feel of the way it's going to be if you're going to compete at the Royal or outside of Texas for that matter.
And that, that's what I tell people. I'm like, the ultimate goal in barbecue for, I would say 95% of everybody is to go to the Royal, right? And to compete. And if you haven't ever done it and you get up there, you're probably going to have your ass handed to you if you've never competed in one, because the timeline alone is something that people can't fathom. And so I just, I think everyone should try to cook one. We have a hard time trying to get judges to sign up because there are only 3 events. And they're like, well, why am I going to sign up and pay money to do this when, that's all we have here? So I'm hoping to get on board with some other promoters. Maybe, some people have expressed some interest, maybe getting some other cook-offs going that are going to be KCBS. So we'll see.
There's my boy Tuna from Half Fast Cookers. What's up, Tuna? Yeah, absolutely, guys. If you're on the fence, Eddie, you got anything to add before we let her go about cooking this event and cooking at KCBS, having the opportunity to do so?
Man, this event, I love this event, man. I try not to miss it. I haven't missed it since the first time I did it, so I don't plan on missing it. But, and as far as cooking it, yeah, man, you got a month before, or about a month and a half before the Royal. So absolutely, man. If you're not planning on traveling anywhere else but the Royal, man, I'd say cook this event, because just like you said, the timelines, and shit, I've cooked quite a few KCBS, and the timeline's still fucking, man, they're still on my ass,
It comes quick. Yeah, you got to practice it for sure.
So, no, for sure, it's a great event to get some practice in. I know last year there was some badass KCBS cooks. One guy came from, or a couple, I think they came from California, and they did really good. So it's a badass event. So
yeah, we have quite a few coming from out of state.
Yeah.
Every year when people sign up, I'm like, I don't.
Where'd you go? What'd you do, Eddie?
I didn't do anything. Maybe my mic is pushing her away.
No, I could see that it was almost. We were on the
it kept
verge.
Freezing up a little bit
on the verge. Hey, but let's close this out for her. Shout out to the Danny Dietz Memorial Classic. If you guys are interested, there still is time to show up or sign up. It's going to be at the Jellystone Park in Waller, Texas. There she is right there. $50K on the line. Let's let Jen give some closing statements before we get her. Before we go to Armando DeLuna of Los Milagros. Jen, close this out. Anything you want to add before we get you out? Robert Michelle, this will be his first KCBS contest.
Yeah, I'm excited. Anybody that has any questions, if they have any concerns and need help with anything as far as navigating, getting down here or getting their reservations done, any problems, people just reach out to me through Facebook or through the website. If you still need to register, that's on the website, which is DannyDietzzMemorial.com. We have a kids queue. Michelle Martinez is in charge of that this year.
Nice.
So I know, I can't wait to see what she does. Get signed up for that. You can contact her for signing up for that. We do have a class on Thursday, so if anybody's coming in early, and if you've never taken a class as a judge, I would say, as a cook, I'd say take it. You'll learn a lot. You'd be surprised.
Absolutely. All right, Jen. Well, thank you so much for giving us some more awareness of this awesome opportunity to go and cook a KCBS and have a chance to win or get a piece of that $50K. It's awesome. This is a contest that I try not to ever miss. Again, this has been one of those nemesis cook-offs for me. I got that monkey off my back last year. I beat Eddie in ribs.
In ribs.
Eddie got second, which is a huge deal. 100 teams last year, second, first. So it was awesome. Now I just like teasing Eddie on that. But Jen, thank you so much, man.
You did notice we split it up some and added some extra money, so that overall.
Oh my God! Can we talk about the payouts real quick?
Yeah, we can.
Real quick, if you have not seen the payouts, 10th place is $550, all the way up to $1,000, right? So $550 for 10th, and it goes intervals going up to first place. She's paying out the overall $600 for 10th place overall, up to $1,000 for third, $5,500 for reserve grand champion, $7,500 for GC. Seeing those payouts, I was not going to be able to cook this. I am actually that whole week before Eddie, I'm flying out to Japan. I haven't said this yet. I'm flying out to Japan on Sunday the 8th on opening day of football, which is terrible. I'm kind of sad about that. Flying out, I will not be able to watch any football. Maybe I can. We'll see. We'll see. But then I arrive in Japan, and then I'm flying back on Friday in Japan. I'm arriving in Houston at 12:45 a.m. My wife is going to have our trailer set up, and she's going to inject all the stuff, and then I'm going to show up jet lagged and all, and for a chance of that payout, man. That's I wasn't going to do it, and then Jen posted those payouts. I'm like, I can sleep later. I think I'm going to go and get my opportunity and see what happens, man. Maybe get lucky. And there they are right there. Producer Ty's on on it right there. $550 for 10th, all the way up to $1,000 for all four meets. Overall, $600 for 10th. Third place, $1,000, and then $5,000, to $7,500. That's amazing, Jen. Shout out to you and all the team involved with the Danny Dietz Memorial Classic. Those payouts are awesome. If you guys are on the fence, those payouts should make you jump off that fence and come running. And there's only a few more spots, according to Jen right now. So hit her up. Hit up the venue, Danny Dietz Memorial Classic. Get on.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jen. That's going to wrap up for the Danny Dietz.
Good night, Eddie. Thank you.
All right. We'll see you. We'll see you soon. We'll see you soon.
Yes, sir.
All right. That was Jen Lee, Jen Sewell, if you don't know, for the Danny Dietz Memorial Classic coming up again September 13th and 14th at Jellystone Park. Eddie, what'd you think of that? What do you think of those payouts, bro?
That's fucking man. That's badass fucking payouts. I mean, $550 for 10th. You get 10th place, man. You're fucking you're walking out of there with
and you're probably in the top 5, top 3, maybe top spot.
No, you can have a shitty. I mean, not a too much of a shitty cook, but you can have a couple hiccups, man, and still walk away with some good money. So
yeah, I wasn't planning on cooking the Danny Dietz Memorial Class. I mean, I've always been planning it, and then within the last month, I was opportunity came up for my actual job. For those that don't know, I do work 9 to 5. I work for a crane company. And so I will be headed to Japan September 8th, the opening day of football season, which I'm pretty sad about.
So you're flying in Friday. So Saturday morning.
I'm flying out Friday, Japan, which we're almost, 17 hours ahead of time. Right. So
yeah,
I will be back landing on Saturday morning at 12:45 a.m. and I'm going to head back to the Danny Dietz to Jellystone Park.
You're not going to get there till like 1:30 in the morning.
If I'm lucky, probably 2:30.
I mean, by the time you land,
yeah.
Get off
Probably 3
a.m.
Probably 3 a.m. And then I'm going to wake her up, the wife, and say, let's go to work, because it's it's early, right? So
yeah.
Let's do it. Even I can sleep on Sunday. I can sleep on Monday.
You sleep on the plane.
I'm going to sleep on the plane. Hopefully jet lag is really not a thing.
Take some fucking melatonins, bro.
I'm going to take
or
some
whatever
gummies.
you take.
Gummies,
I don't know,
bro. Take some gummies and sleep. I probably can't get on the plane with gummies.
Put it in the box.
Probably can't get on the plane with gummies. I'm so sorry. It's 8:40. Let's get to our guest of the evening, man. We're talking about Mr. Armando DeLuna, coming off a big GC. He is part of Los Milagros Q Crew. He's got a side hustle that we need to talk about. That he's a solid cook, been doing it for a few years now. We'll get to know him here in just a minute. First time guest on the show. We love doing that, Eddie. Let's bring him on, Mr. Ty. We're talking about Mr. Armando DeLuna of Los Milagros Q Crew. I'm so sorry for the delay, my man, but welcome to the show. Hope you're ready to have some fun with us tonight, man.
Absolutely. Sorry for the lighting. I'm outdoors. My chihuahuas won't let me talk. So I had to come outdoors.
You're good, bro. You're good. What are you wearing, bro? What are you wearing?
At least your sound is good.
Thank you. At least something, right?
Your sound is good too. What are you wearing tonight, Armando? Because I know you have like 30 different shirts you have the opportunity to wear.
I'm wearing some Milagros and some Dos Pendejos caps, dude.
All right. Well, brother, welcome to the show. It's been a long time coming. I know you're a part. Yeah, I know you're a part of a really cool group of people, Los Milagros Q Crew. Why don't you talk about them first before we get to your story here, please?
Yeah, absolutely. Carlos Enriquez, he's usually our head cook. He started with Milagros back in 2016. Unfortunately, he couldn't be here today, and neither could the rest of the team. But we also have Ashley Shirafa, Rudy Hinojosa, and Tony De Leon. We all cook together. We have some fun, and all in all, it's just a little brotherhood, a little family that we have going on.
And I love watching you guys. I've got to know a few, Carlos, Rudy, Ashley. I got to know some of you guys. Y'all are a lot of fun, man. And I love the fact that y'all are a true team. You don't see too many teams out there anymore. Basically, a lot of teams start out as teams and then they dwindle down to what they ultimately become. The one that I feel like is the most successful team out there is War Pig. They feel like they started out as a big team. They're still doing it as a team. But why? Before we get to your story real quick, let's talk about the team here. What does that mean to you to be a part of a team, and how does that team dynamic work? Because it is, a lot of Carlos and all the other guys they're good cooks in their own right. So how does that work between you guys?
Oh, I mean, we all have our job. I mean, we all have our one job, and you got to stick to it. We do help each other out here and there, but for the most part, we each have our job, and as long as we each stick to what we need to do, it works out great. Every now and then, I mean, we got to step in for each other. If somebody can't go, I mean, like this past weekend, unfortunately, the team couldn't go. I had to step in, and then it happened to us in Cuero that it was just me and Tony, and then sometimes it's all of us. So at the team dynamic, when we all go, we all know our job, and we all know what we each need to do, and it just works out. I mean, somebody's prepping, somebody's starting fires, and then so everybody has what they got to do. Tony's in chicken, Rudy's on pork, I'm on brisket, Carlos is on ribs, Ashley's on jackpot, but then she jumps in on ribs sometimes. So it just depends on what the scenario is and who's going to be able to go.
That's awesome. And it gives you some free time, right? If you're focusing on one thing, y'all can really, hone in on making that perfect. Eddie, you got something I feel like you wanted to say something?
No, yeah. I was gonna ask about, whenever, because I know sometimes I see him and he's by himself. So I was gonna ask, whenever somebody can't go, y'all still cook under the same name, whether it's you or Carlos by himself or whoever by themselves. Y'all still kind of stick to the Los Milagros Q Crew, even if it's just one guy. Like, y'all don't have your individual teams, right?
Oh, absolutely. We usually cook under Los Milagros Q Crew. Randomly, I mean, when I cook with Louis Jaimes, he has lab, but when we cook together, we're both Laredo Roofing. So we'll cook under Laredo Roofing. But for the most part, we cook under Los Milagros. If I go by myself or Carlos go by himself, or we go as a team. We're all Los Milagros.
Love that. Well, we've given some love to the team, which is awesome. I love that team. I got to meet you said Louis. I got to meet you guys while y'all were cooking under Laredo Roofing, and thank you. You guys are a sponsor of this show. I appreciate you very much for doing so. Anybody involved with the Laredo Roofing Solutions, thank you very much. Let's talk about that real quick before because this is a unique opportunity to have a sponsor on the show that is a cook and doing so well in there. If Ty can put their logo up real quick on the screen, let's talk about Laredo Roofing Solutions. And I talked to you about this, and you said, "Hey, I want to be a sponsor of the show." And I'm like, "Are you sure? It's a barbecue show." And you're like, "Bro, people out there all have roofs, and we go all over the country, and we have weather in Texas. We have hurricanes, we have tornadoes, we have all kinds of weather, incidents out there." And you were like, "Yeah, I'd love to sponsor the show." Talk about Laredo Roofing Solutions, please, before we go on to the barbecue, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Louis James is the owner. I'm the operations manager, and then Ashley's our store manager or our location manager. She's at the office. She's the one taking in the calls. We mainly work San Antonio down to Laredo. We'll go up to Austin. Every now and then we'll go to Houston and Corpus if we need to be. But our main focus is really San Antonio and Laredo. Carlos Casares he's one of the teams we sponsor as well, but also he's one of our guys that helps promote. Eddie Morales was working for us, or sorry, Eddie Mediano was working for us for a little while as well. I've been working for Louis for. Yeah, sorry, wrong Eddie.
Yeah, I didn't get paid for that, bro.
Hey, sorry, I've been drinking a little early. My bad.
All good, bro.
It's the nerves kicking in, but I mean, I've been working for Red Roofing for 3 years. They brought me on, big family, between Louis and his wife Melissa. I mean, they brought me on, and it's a job. It's a dream job come true because they allow me to do barbecue, but at the same time, I get my work done. And I mean, we took maybe about 2 months off of barbecue just because how much work we had. But as soon as I told him, hey, I need to get out of here. I need to go cook. He was like, go for it, dude. And I was able to cook poteet. And then they ended up joining me for that one. And so we went under roofing.
I love that. Lab Barbecue is Los Angeles barbecue. Is he from LA or what? Is that
No, so it's Los Angeles barbecue. His middle name's Angel. So, and all his brothers are too. So that's why they all have the same middle name. That's why it's Los Angeles. Yeah. All
right, because that makes more sense, and I have a little more respect for those guys now.
Yeah, bro.
Just messing. LA barbecue. Come on. No, that's awesome. So you guys are a true team. You know, all of the guys. I know I've seen you guys like when we were in the Chupacabra Throwdown in November. You guys were cooking right next to each other, and I felt like you guys had a big partnership. But I didn't know you that well, or Louis and Lab, or anything like that. So this is a great opportunity to understand that a little more. So that's pretty cool. And so Louis is Laredo, and you are now Laredo, and everybody. So very cool. Very cool.
Hey, I'll be right back. I gotta do something real quick.
You gotta go pee?
Right back.
He's gotta go pee. All right, so let's talk about yourself, man. Armando DeLuna, you were how long you been cooking now?
I believe I started in 2013 doing the APIs, which is the oil field cook-offs.
Yeah.
My uncles have a trucking company, and they asked for some help, and that's where the love of the game came in. And then about 2017 is when I actually started doing sanctioning events. And then 2019 is when I joined Los Milagros.
Okay, so you've been in the game a little while, right?
And yeah, we didn't start traveling till 2020.
Okay.
And the first event we decided to do, it was Bristol, and go get our ass whooped.
This is a good question. I know the answer, but what does the team name mean? Brian Fox.
So the team name came with Carlos and Tony Gonzalez, who used to cook with him. They used to get bottles of tequila called Milagros tequila, and that's what they would drink. And so they would get a walk, and it was a Milagro because I mean they were drinking and they were having a good time, and it's just a miracle that they got the walk because they were drinking that Milagros tequila. So that's where the whole thing came from.
So it means miracle, right? So,
yeah.
There you go. All right, there you go, right there. Somebody said something else. Fausta's in the house. Fausto,
my cousin.
That's your cousin? Well, welcome to the show, man. We do this show each and every Wednesday. Los Gordos is saying it means miracle, I believe. You're correct. And I feel like you should not say I believe. You should be like, yeah, that's it right there. Stephen Pfeiffer, brother from another mother. I appreciate that. So you kind of mentioned that and your start and whatnot, but who's some of your influences right now? Who do you somebody that you got started in with this thing? Who are some of your influences in barbecue right now?
I mean, Joey Machado with Texas Original Charcoal. He started in the APIs as well. I met him through there. I mean, it just Jerry Cardenas out of the Valley. I watched a lot of that barbecue pitmaster TV show like everybody else did.
Oh,
and those were some of the influences as well. I mean, I
don't go too deep because we're going to ask you your Mount Rushmore. We're going to ask you your Mount Rushmore.
That's what I was worried about. So yeah,
don't go too deep yet. Don't go too deep yet.
I mean, but it is here in Laredo. I mean, we had 2 major events. Now we got one, which is Pit Kings coming up in November. Y'all never cooked in Laredo. Y'all need to come out and cook Pit Kings. I believe it's November 13th and 14th, if I'm mistaken. 12 grand on the line. LC, GC did last year. You get a championship belt, a sword, and a buckle. So it's not just about the money; it's about the extra extended stuff. Those Milagros were fortunate enough to RGC it last year.
You got a sword.
Yeah.
Damn.
You got a sword, a championship belt, and a buckle for GC.
Very nice. All right, so you're in a team setting. You got to cook by yourself last weekend, right?
Yes, sir.
Who was it? Just truly by yourself last weekend, or
what kind of? It was 100% by myself. Typically, when I do go cook alone, my wife and kids are usually with me. My oldest son is a senior in high school, so he has his SATs, so they couldn't make it. So it was truly by myself. I did have JJ from Otra Vez Ustedes and Rosa and her husband, Nano from Smoking Mo's there right next to me, just in case if I need some help. But they were cooking on their own as well. But it was 100% truly by myself this time.
So you just really wanted to freaking cook because you had no teammates, and as a person part of a team, obviously you felt confidence to do this because I've seen you cook. Like I mentioned earlier at the Arlington deal with Louis, you guys are pretty much doing a 2-team deal. So how often do you get to How often do you get to cook by yourself?
It's not that often. I mean, honestly, I prefer cooking with the team, but I just love to cook. I mean, I'll cook at home, I'll cook anywhere, but it's just the competitive spirit. I mean, I play in a 35 and older basketball league as well. Just because yeah. In fact, I had a game today at 9, but instead I chose to be with you guys.
Yeah, baby. Yes.
So, I mean, it's just something I just love to do. And with the stress of work and everything else, this is just that's my getaway time. And sometimes if the team can't go, I'll be honest with them. I'll be like, hey, man, I got to go cook. Like, I need to get away. I need to go cook. If you can't go, I understand. I'll take my family with me. And again, for the most part, my family goes with me. And it's just like a little outing for us. I mean, they get to enjoy the RV. My boys, they both have autism, but they love the RV. They love hanging out in the RV. They love hanging out. My youngest son, he likes to dip my ribs. Like when I do my dip sauce, he loves to dip them. So that's his job. So when he goes with me, he dips my ribs. And then it just makes it a family event.
Hold up. I don't want to bypass what you just said. You said 2 of your boys have autism?
Yes, sir.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. I mean, that's challenging for you, right?
It's more challenging for my wife than me because I'm at work. Especially during the summer. But we learn to cope with it. My oldest son is very high functional. So, I mean, he really doesn't give us any issues. Our youngest son used to when he was younger. Not as much anymore. Adrian's doing a lot better now.
Well, I know the challenges of that because my wife is a special education teacher. And so, hey, hats off to you guys for, I don't know what hats off, but you know what I mean? I'm really supportive of somebody like that and treating and dealing with challenges like that. Cause I know that it presents special challenges that the normal family hold doesn't have to do. So for you to do that and do what you're doing right now, it's amazing. And I'd love to meet your kids, man. That's pretty awesome, man. But Louis James is in the comments. He said a GC and no AC. We'll talk about that here in just a minute because kind of did the same thing real quick. But Sarah Joe's in the house. What's up? Thank you very much. Tuning in late, but glad to make it. You're not late as long as you show up. I appreciate you. All right. What have you learned about yourself doing competition barbecue, man? We all surprise ourselves from time to time. What is something that you've learned a little bit about Armando doing this barbecue thing?
I mean, like everybody else says, make it work situations. I mean, when I first started, it was more about partying and drinking, not really about winning, just going out there and have fun. and it's still about having fun, but now we also want to win. So when little scenarios happen, little hiccups happen, I surprise myself that we're learning as a team, and myself growing up as well in this world, is that I can have a hiccup and still kind of find a way of making it work.
Yeah, that's a big deal, man. Adapt and overcome. There it is right there. Who's Alex?
My son, my oldest son.
There he is right there. There he is. I'm seeing this, but if it comes out, then hello. I still watch it. I like it. What's up, Alex? Welcome. That's your dad right there. He's awesome. Your dad is an awesome, amazing cook. What's your walk-up song, bro?
Remember the Name by Fort Minor.
Why'd you pick that one?
It's about mid-verse. That's what it says. About hard work, and then at the same time, it also talks about having luck. I think it says like 10% luck on it. And if you think about it, that's kind of what our game goes. It is a lot of hard work. We put in everything we can to it, but we still need that little bit of luck in there too.
That 100%. That's awesome. I was gonna say, Eddie, got something to? I know you just got back, my man. But what were you doing, Eddie? You feel like you were
I had to go help my wife with something.
I don't know. I think you were doing a number 2.
No.
It was that long. It was that long, bro.
Yeah, no, I had to, wife needed help, so.
Armando, what's your best category right now? How do you feel? What do you feel most confident going into a contest right now?
Me personally is brisket.
That's a good.
That's what I cook when the whole team's there. That's what I cook. Is brisket.
Yeah, you mentioned that. That seems like to be a. Maybe I'm just speaking for myself, but that seems to be a category that it swings so much, right? I feel like Texas judges take more pride in brisket than anything else, right? They want to make sure they are being true to their scores whenever they're judging, as far as pork or ribs or chicken. Once it gets to brisket, I feel like as a Texan, and maybe the judges maybe feel the same way. As a Texan, they're like, that's got to wow me. That's got to like really impress me. So you can get 10s, you can get 7s or 8s right now in brisket. So what makes you feel so confident in that? And if you want to, I don't know, what makes you feel so confident in brisket in your cook right now?
I mean, for me personally, it's the quality of the meat. I mean, Midland Meat sends us some great briskets. We know how to cook them. We know how to work with them, and it can be a prime or wagyu from them. And some way or somehow, we're gonna make it work. As a team, I think we're most confident with pork because a lot of people are scared of it. But if you're talking about me personally, it's brisket. But as a team, I think we haven't done that many events, and I think we've done like 6 events. And we're like 33rd on pork, I think it is, something like that. So I don't think it's that bad, saying that we haven't done enough events. And so that's the thing. As a team, it's pork. But me personally, where I feel more confident whenever I'm going to turn something in, especially when I'm cooking by myself, is going to be brisket. And just because Midland provides an amazing brisket.
Well, as that is,
I thought you were frozen.
No, I was got those. If that is your
hard time getting the words out, Rob. Come on.
As I was waiting for you to say something. is that if that's your most confident deal? I feel like I mentioned earlier, it's kind of something that a lot of people struggle with brisket nowadays. Maybe it's just me. I don't know, Eddie. Eddie's a pretty good, accomplished brisket cook. But what do you have any advice for some brisket guys that are struggling? Or you mentioned the quality of meat. That's always a good thing to start with. But is there something that maybe one thing? Don't give recipes here, but maybe one thing that you attribute your brisket success to, that you're adding to your recipe, or you're adding to your process, or you're adding to just how you do a brisket going into a contest?
I mean, the biggest thing for us is tenderness, and even if you're over tender, leave it out. I mean, don't put it in your Cambro. Just let it cool down a little bit. I mean, I know some cooks that just go straight to the Cambro, even though they're over tender. Just leave it out for a little bit.
I'm going to the Cambro. even if that motherfucker's mush.
I got a question for you guys. We're all cooking wags. Eddie does. You just mentioned you do. I occasionally do. Shout out to the chopping block in Victoria and League City, and Sarah Joe's in the comments right now. A lot of people kind of struggle with timing, right? So what if you're pushing it? Are you're hammering it down? You're turn-ins at 3, for example, and at 2:00 it's still on the pit, not done yet. Are you worried about rest? Are you worried about anything like that? Or do you feel like, I've heard, Aaron Leslie is an accomplished brisket cook. He's like, hey, Wagyus don't need the rest. How do you feel about rest?
We typically try to give it at least an hour and a half at the most. So our brisket's typically out about 12:30, 1:00, and then we give an hour rest, and then we go into our process. But he's absolutely right. If you don't think, like, I know your barbecue homie Danny, he doesn't let his rest at all.
No, he doesn't.
I mean, it just depends on. I think it depends more on the cook and how they feel more comfortable. We feel more comfortable letting it rest, and sometimes he'll rest on the drum itself for about 30-40 minutes, and then he goes to the camera and rests the other hour. Again, it just depends how you feel most comfortable and how you feel your texture on that thing.
There he is. Aaron Leslie's watching right now. He said it. He's like, Wagyus, they don't need the rest. They can go from the pit to the box. Eddie, what do you think about that?
I mean, for me, I'm resting. I mean, whether it's a prime or Wagyu or choice or a select, I'm resting. So if my brisket is into the temp or to the, pro tender how I want it, about 2:00, man, that's how it's going in the Cambro. I at least want to get, 30 minutes, because I pull out my brisket out the Cambro right at 2:30 if it's a 7 or if it's a 3:00 turn in,
There's
so
two different schools. I'm going right there. Two different schools. What Eddie just said, Aaron, he said, damn straight, pit to the box. Fred just said 7-hour rest is the way to go.
I try to have my brisket done by noon, right before chicken or right when I come back from turning in chicken. I should be ready to pull.
I would love to have mine done by noon. Sometimes it goes to 1, and don't pay attention to me talking about brisket. But
if I stay up late too late with Josh, then it's gonna be 2:00 brisket.
What time are you putting it on, Eddie? You cook on an offset. What time are you putting
my brisket usually goes on about 5:30, 6 the latest.
Mondo, what you cooking on, bro?
Drums, and it goes in about 7 a.m.
That's my boy right there. I'm down with that. I'm also cooking on drums. I'll light my pit about 6:45 a.m. Put it on about 7:15. It seems to be done at noon 30. We'll see.
Even when I was on drums, though, I was still putting it on at the same time. 5:36. I mean, I don't care if it rests for 4 or 5 hours. I mean,
resting's important. I feel.
I just want to get it done.
I feel like resting is important. Regardless if you're cooking it on a drum or an offset. To me, we all, it's science, and I think it's proven that the juices, come out of the brisket, and then when they rest, they absorb back into it a little bit. I don't know, but like what Aaron says, he's like I said, the guy wins a lot of brisket contests, notably at Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. It is something that maybe you don't need it so much in a Wagyu. I don't know. There's a lot of fat content, a lot of juiciness in there.
I don't want to risk it.
Yeah. I don't think it hurts you any if it has some rest on there. We'll talk more about some techniques and styles and whatnot.
I think it just comes down to what we're comfortable with too. I mean, Aaron's comfortable going straight to the box. We're comfortable letting it rest. I mean, it's just how the cook feels, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Gooder gang, what time at a 3 p.m. turn in are you comfortable, or what time do you feel like you're in your wheelhouse when it's done? I would say I'd love to have mine done by noon. Noon 30 at the latest. Once I start pushing 1:30, I'm like, man, I don't like how this is going here right now. Smile, Mondo. Carlos says.
I'm trying.
He's trying. He's got it. We'll get some comments going on right now. Armando, we got lots to talk about with you. I don't want to stop this early, but I kind of want to get on the timeline. We're going to do the top of the hour. We got the Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads. Upcoming event segment, we got the Bull Printing Wraps and Graphics wrap-up recap. The Gooder Gang is checking in right now what time they would love their brisket to be in the Cambro, and we'll read those here in just a minute. But you guys have an opportunity to go kick the tires, get something to drink or refill. Armando, what are you drinking tonight?
I was drinking Estrella Jalisco earlier. Now I moved on to some Ultra.
You're drinking skinny beer?
But the Amber Max, which is a darker version of Ultra.
It's a semi-skinny beer. It's almost a skinny beer. Not quite, but there.
It's Wednesday. Come on, Rob.
I know. Let's go. It's a work day. It's still a work day. We got it. Shout out to the 75 people watching this show live right now. It goes on to more and more afterwards. All right, producer Ty, let's drop them down. I'm gonna bring the Bull Printing Wraps and Graphics wrap up recap. No, I'm not. I'm gonna do the I'm gonna do that one first. We will do that right now. If you guys want to stick around, you better. For those that don't, I'm not a fan of you. However, you guys stick around for the Bull Printing Wraps and Graphics wrap-up recap in the upcoming event segment. We'll get back with Armando and Eddie. Armando from Los Milagros and Eddie from the Pit Father. All right, Champions Barbecue Alliance. We got the kids kicking cancer, which always cracks me up to say. Grand Champion Eric Cazada. Sorry, I didn't put his name down there, but Kinfolk Cookers was the Grand Champion. The RGC was Trey Whitehead from Jasper County. Go Texan. We got the Cowboys Heritage Barbecue Cook-Off. The Grand Champion was, there he is right there in the house. Armando DeLuna, Los Milagros. Q in our RGC was our favorite German barbecue cooker, Uwe Braun from Beer Belly's Barbecue. Mondo, we need an intro from you, bro. We do. Denny's Memorial Barbecue Cook-Off with Grand Champion. Look at these guys. Diane and Rob Rocha from Bullhorn Barbecue, the RGC. How about Stacy and Josh Hale from Sure Shot Barbecue?
We need to get up.
Somebody go buy the corn.
I'll go buy another barbecue.
I'm Josh Hale, the corn barbecue. Hi, Josh Hale.
Hey, this is Josh Hale with Sure Shot Barbecue, and you're watching the So Smoking Gooder Show, the Corn Dog King.
Corn Dog King coming off in GC in El Campo and following up with an RGC in Needville. Congratulations, Stacy and Josh Hale. Oh my gosh, did I not update this thing? Fourth annual Anderson Fire Department Cook-Off Grand Champion Paul Flores, nothing but smoke cookers. RGC Mr. Leonard Love. What's up? Leonard loves the answer barbecue competition barbecue team. Over in Victoria, the Victoria API, roping and cook-off. The grand champion was Gerald Johnson, burning my money. The RGC was Jesse Wooten from Come and Taste It. Sorry, that Denny's Memorial did not need to be there. I just wanted to see my name again, I guess. I don't know what it was. And over in Outlaw, pew, 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 there was nothing. How about Lone Star? The Fayette County Fair Cook-Off. The grand champion was David Toffel. RGC, Tommy Newman. We got some KCBS results. The Minnesota Masters Barbecue Cook-Off. The grand champion was Son of a Boar Barbecue. The RGC, Hot Daddy's Barbecue. Montana Pitmasters Classic, grand champion. Pig and Whiskey, RGC Burnt Trees Barbecue. The East Central Kansas State Barbecue Championship, grand champion was Janky Leg, RGC. Money Stove Barbecue. In North Carolina, the Hill City Wine Brew and Barbecue, grand champion Q Cartel. RGC was Lotta Q. And in Pennsylvania, I believe, New Holland Summerfest, it was Wolf Revenge Barbecue and Uncle Pigs. That's going to wrap up the Bull Printing Wraps and Graphics wrap-up recap. Eddie, you need to check in here real quick because I got to go kick the tires. Get in with producer Ty. I'll be right back.
Ty,
What's up?
what up, bro?
I don't know. What are we supposed to be doing? The upcoming? He didn't load it or anything.
No, that's his job.
Yeah.
Hey, are you gonna be at Danny Deets?
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna be cooking with Carlos. So I don't know if we're cooking under his team name or we're cooking under Texas Chrome Heroes Foundation. But
Carlos
I'll be
Calzada?
there. Yeah.
Oh, nice. What are you
I'm
doing? What are you cooking?
I'm gonna be doing whatever he says. So I'm there to support the Texas Chrome Heroes Foundation. Anytime you can go out to something that supports, vouchers and scholarships and all these things for veteran families, Gold Star families, Blue Star families. I'm about that. So Jen puts on a great event. I love the event's location. It's very near and dear to my heart because it's about the military, and I love seeing all the military teams now. Like that's cool as hell to me.
Well, I look forward to meeting you in person because I don't think we've ever met.
Yeah, no, it's weird as hell. Like I feel like I text you and I'd say stupid ass shit to you. You know how goofy I am, and then you've not even met me. So when you meet me, you're gonna like, I'm probably not what you expect.
Well, you probably look the same, so.
Yeah, I'm a big ball of happiness.
Be like, where the fuck is your headset, bro?
Fun.
I don't recognize you without the headset.
Yeah, right, exactly. I'll make sure I wear it.
So y'all in the cabin or?
No, I'm not for sure. I'll probably sleep in Tom Clark's front chair or something in his RV. I don't know. Maybe I'll sleep on the ground. Who knows? I don't know what's gonna happen.
Hell yeah, gonna be a good, fun weekend.
All right, what'd I miss?
We would have done the upcoming event. You just didn't load it. So.
Damn.
Yeah, if you had loaded it, we'd have went through it.
I'm out. Y'all do it, right?
All right,
we don't
go
have
ahead,
it. We don't have it.
Take it away, Ty.
That's not it, bro. Oh, there we go. Okay, in the IBCA, we have the 12th barbecue on the banks of the Guadalupe in New Braunfels, Texas. That is a Texas State Championship. We have the IBCA Annual Showdown in Livingston, not a state championship. And we have the Labor Day Music Fest in Kennedy, Texas. What's next here? Nothing. Let's see. Lone Star, we got the 10th Annual Cow Kick Company in Junction, Texas. That is a state championship. And then, of course, over in the Outlaw, pew, 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 pew. Like that new graphic I made. Don't have anything, but KCBS, Fire in the Foothills Barbecue Fest. That is a North Carolina state championship. King, North Carolina. Fire in the Foothills Barbecue Fest. I love the names that they come up with. So,
Yes.
I like the fact that we're really getting a lot more KCBS because of all the sanctioning bodies, this is probably the one that I know the least about, even though it's kind of like the granddaddy. I know the least about it, but coming on this show and hearing like Chris Davis and Janky, I know who Janky Leg is, So
yeah.
It's cool.
Fucking KCBS is badass, man. I love KCBS.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. I mean, it's like very proper, I love the box prep and everything. So to hear about that and see certain people do their videos, they're meticulous about that stuff. And then we have Smoke on the River in Burlington, Kansas. And it looks like that'll do it for the upcoming. And
Good job,
I'll turn it back over to Rob now.
Good job, Ty.
Ty, you are just now become my official Kick the Tires spokesperson.
There you go.
That was awesome, Ty. Good job. Good job. Yeah, and that last one was also a Kansas State championship. All right. What else we got here? Eddie, before we get back to Mondo, anything you want to add? Or are you good right now?
I was going to say something, but I forgot. So I think we're good.
That's my co-host right there, Eddie Morales from the Pitfather Barbecue. All right, Ty, let's bring Mondo back. Mondo, you saw some of the KCBS events. Have you done one of those yet?
I'm having trouble hearing you guys. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
100%.
Okay. It's probably just my Bluetooth.
All right. Don't leave us now. We still have
No,
about
no, no.
45 minutes yet to do this show.
Just,
What I asked you.
You mind if I log off and come back in real quick?
Yeah, no. You got time. Log off, come back in. We got time to talk about this. All right, Eddie. We talked about the Danny Dietz Memorial Classic with the KCBS. We mentioned the Royal is coming up. Why do you love KCBS so much, man? What is that something that appeals to you? And you feel like you've been doing pretty well in that field right now.
And I think I've done very well. I think I haven't walked in maybe one KCBS that I've done.
Mhm.
Man, I think it's just really, I feel like every other sanctioning body, you get fucked for appearance being like perfect. And in KCBS, it's kind of hard to get fucked on appearance, except, I've seen Phil Breeden got fucked on a beautiful wing box, But other than that, I mean, man, if you turn in good looking food, I mean, your presentation scores, your appearance scores are going to be what you turn in. You know what I mean? Now you got to concentrate more on your tenderness. You can't just overcook everything like most people do here in Texas, including myself. I mean, you let that shit go and it's fine. KCBS, you kind of have to be focused on all your meats. You got to pay more attention, if you will.
I'm going to ask you a
And
good
the timeline.
question. I'm going to ask you a great question that a lot of people watching right now would probably like to know. Eddie, ribs in Texas, where are you taking your ribs to?
So in Texas, I try to take my ribs to 212, 211, 212. I mean, 211 towards the end of 211, and then early 212.
What about KCBS, bro?
KCBS, man, I'm 208, 207, 208, depending on where I'm at, but that's what I'm looking for. Probe tender, man, as soon as that motherfucker goes through, it's coming off the pit, and it's usually around 207, 208.
All right. That was a little nugget that are people that are watching right now take notes of, because Eddie has done really well in ribs in both Texas, down here in Texas, CBA, IBCA, all of that, and at KCBS. So that's a good little nugget. If you're watching, consider yourself lucky. Ty, you came in. What's up?
Yeah, so I understand that's a nugget, and I understand that every cooker that watches this show every week is going to know this. But for the layman, for the other people that maybe are just the best dishwashers, what do you mean by why is your takeoff time 211, 212 versus 208 KCBS versus CBA, Eddie? I don't understand that.
The biggest thing is because in Texas, well, not KCBS, right? So anything besides KCBS, they're eating your everything with a knife and fork, right? So when I first started cooking, I heard Arnie Segovia say, man, the more times that they bring that knife, back and forth, the scores are going down because it's not as tender. Man, they want to just go in one time and rip off that meat. You know what I mean? And KCBS, they take a bite out of your rib, for example. They'll take a bite, and man, if that meat comes off the bone, then it's overcooked. So you have to have a clean bite, and man, I've got dinged a lot for overdone, and I thought they were perfect. Perfect fucking Texas rib, but it's they take that bite, man. They want to see that bite mark. They want nothing to come off besides what they bite, and that's the biggest thing in Texas. I want it to fall off the bone.
Oh, okay. Very nice. That's cool. Good explanation. Thanks.
Let me, Ty, in Texas, come back here, Ty. In Texas, you don't want a knife. You don't want to use a knife. You just want to put that fork, twist it a little bit, and it comes off. In KCBS, that is way overdone.
Yeah,
way overdone. In KCBS, you want to be able to, there's no knife in there, but you want to take that bite. You've seen it on Pit Masters. Everybody watching this show probably has seen it before. You want to take that bite. You want to have a little circle. You want to have a half moon there when you take that bite in there, because if it comes off the bone, you're done. As far as pretty much what Eddie just said. But I just wanted to reiterate about Texas. You don't even want to use a knife. You just want to take that fork, twist it a little bit, and have some meat come off.
That's good stuff. I love the little tidbits. I was telling Armando before we started that the biggest thing I like about it is like each cook that comes on has something that they're very specific about, and at some point during the interview it comes out, and y'all best believe that I've been putting all them things in my notebook, and come Danny Dietz, baby, me and Carlos are gonna, I don't know about that, but we're gonna try real hard.
Who's Carlos?
Calzada.
He's cooking.
Carlos
You're cooking with the
Calzada's my
foundation.
mentor. Yeah. Texas Chrome Heroes.
I love it. I love it.
Are y'all gonna
I love
change
it.
the name to Texas Cobb? I mean, Smoking Cobb.
Well, I'm just a man. I am not bigger than the foundation. So for this cook, we'll call it the Texas Chrome Heroes. But in future cooks, my cook team shall be henceforth known as Burn It Down Barbecue. That is the team name. It is going to, I've already got a walk-up song. I do plan to start cooking periodically after this.
I need a wrestling belt and everything for Burn It Down Barbecue. I see that in our future. How about Jimmy Edmonds? Oh,
did you say wrestling belt?
I did. Where'd you get that from, Eddie?
I think I got this from Weatherford, Texas.
The Weatherford.
Don't remember.
Were you the GC?
Man, I think so.
Pretty solid. Pretty solid. Jimmy Edmondson, Mr. King, who is a damn good cook in his own right. Mr. King, a perfect rib for KCBS is undercooked, in his opinion. Yeah, I mean, in our opinion, Texas cooks, it is as well. Mondo, KCBS, are you? I think we asked you earlier, but are you going to the Royal this year? Is Los Milagros going? Y'all were there last year, right? You're muted.
We were there 2022.
Okay.
Not last year, but the year before.
Yeah.
Los Milagros is not going, but I personally will be going to help out Fidel Sanchez.
Nice.
It's his first time. It's his first time going, so he asked a couple of us for some help, myself and Louis Jaime. So we're gonna go out and help him out.
How was that experience for Los Milagros in 22?
Oh, it was amazing. We were fortunate enough to come out with 2 walks from there. I believe it was a 5th in sausage and a 13th in turkey. Again, it wasn't the main meat, but a walk at the Royal is a walk at the Royal. I mean, so yeah. I'll take that all day long.
Bro, you get your name heard, especially with Texas cheering you on. That's pretty cool, right?
Dude. Oh yeah, absolutely. It was wicked. It was fun.
Amazing.
Pretty awesome. What's your favorite memory from that 22 year?
The 2 walks. I mean, how can that not be a favorite memory, right? The experience itself was amazing, but just 2 walks in that crowd, it's just great.
It's awesome. Eddie, you had the opportunity to walk the Royal. That's why we do this thing. I feel like that's the, as far as what we do, I love what we do down here in Texas. We have the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, but man, that getting to walk at the Royal is pretty special.
Getting to walk at the Royal is probably the best feeling in barbecue that I've had. Second was getting to walk at San Antonio Rodeo. And man, speaking of, I think, didn't y'all get a first place brisket one year?
Yeah, 2022 as well. We got a first brisket and a 4th chicken, and after the whole mess up, we ended up 4th overall.
Fuck yeah!
You got a first brisket at the San Antonio Rodeo?
Yes, sir.
Fuck yeah! That's all. Hey,
we got our black banner twice. First time going.
And a buckle. Who's got the buckle?
Yeah. I have the original, and we made replicas for the team.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Nice. That is dude, a first place at the San Antonio Rodeo. We talked about it on the show. I'll bring it up again because I want to get in Bill's in the house right now. San Antonio Rodeo. I will sing it till the tops of the mountains needs to be recognized as one of the 5 big ones. We got Houston, we got San Antonio. There we go. We got Houston, we got Memphis and May, got the Jack, and we got Kansas City. KCBS, American Royal. San Antonio is number 5. It needs to be included in that big top 5. My opinion. Eddie, have you said your piece there?
No.
Party of the year.
I think, I think it should be.
All right. There you go.
Definitely should be, but it's not yet.
Fred can win, absolutely win party of the year for the Royal because I'm not competing anymore. I retired. I retired from that after 5 straight years of winning.
And that was a great party, 2022.
I know it was. Yeah, you were there.
I wasn't there.
That was the final year.
You need to do it one more time.
Nope, done. Retired.
I wasn't there, bro.
I did have to leave at 11 because we had to go prep, but we were there.
Yeah, done.
Retired. I think last year we had party of the year at Josh Hale's camp on Wednesday night. So
that is a damn good party. Blues Hog puts out a great damn party for.
No, it was just at Josh's. It wasn't even at Blues Hog. It was at Josh's on fucking Wednesday night, bro. Either Tuesday or Wednesday, I don't remember. But all the Texas cooks got there. Fucking trucks everywhere. It was badass.
Okay. All right. Any more questions before Armando? Before we get to the rate my boxes, and of course we got to get to your Mount Rushmore and your barbecue homies. But hey, what's your favorite drink while cooking? Do you guys drink while you cook?
Beer. It's typically Michelob Ultra, Estrella Jalisco, or Budweiser Select.
All right, what time are y'all starting on a normal cook-off? You know, me and Josh and my barbecue homie Danny, Eddie has done it as well. We start at 10 a.m. Not start, but we have a drink at 10 a.m. How about you guys?
So we have a tradition. We're talking about Saturday. We start at 7 a.m. with the national anthem. Right after that, we do a prayer. And then our first beer is at 9. And then after that, we'll drink after we turn in.
So from 9 to 12, are y'all drinking?
Typically not, but every now and then we'll squeeze one in there. For the most part, right after turn in, we all open up one, with the exception of Tony. He's been sober for quite a few years, so he drinks a look at death.
All right, your teammates are chiming in right here. 9 a.m. Rudy, Ashley says, or we drink the whole time. Pretty much, that's the way it is. All right, nice. All right, what's one quality you think you can improve to help your game?
Probably time management. Sometimes I push it to the edge.
Not drinking at 9 a.m. That might be one.
Well, we only have one at 9 a.m. It's not like we're having 6.
I don't know.
It helps. It helps ease attention.
Look at your teammate here.
Yeah, she's done with jackpots by that time.
So she can drink. All right. What was that? I'm sorry. What was the one?
Time management. Actually, the one that gets mad at me all the time because I'm pushing it to the last second. The whole team is. But we want that meat hot in the box, so we're pushing it as far as we can. Depending how far we got to walk, we're pushing it.
Yeah. Yep. That's
Do you guys time to walk? Do you guys time to walk like when you get to a contest? That's important, by the way.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%. You need to
you know
time
who
to
doesn't
walk.
time it?
You. There he is.
Bro, I don't care if I start on time in the morning, if I'm doing everything on time, fucking setting all my alarms, I'm running to fucking turn-ins. That's just what it is. I don't know what I can do to fix that, but I'm like, man, I got time. Let me fucking take pictures, videos, whatever, and then like, oh shit, I got 2 minutes to fucking get there.
You need to put on some shoes, bro. You're wearing Crocs to run in.
Hey,
just in case I need to jump out of those motherfuckers.
Nothing wrong with cooking in Crocs. I cook in Crocs too.
All right. Superstitions, any?
So I do wear the same jogger shorts, and I wear Crocs when I cook. Like Ashley has it in a strict dress code, except for when I'm cooking. When I'm cooking, I don't have a dress code. But awards, we have a dress code.
Is she the dress code Nazi?
A little bit. but it makes it look good. It makes it look good, so why not, right?
Hey, y'all look good. I mean, I'm like I mentioned earlier. I mean, you choose this one tonight. Did she approve that?
I didn't ask. I just put it on.
Well, she sent me a private message like, I do not approve of that shirt that you're wearing tonight. So, yeah, you're in trouble, by the way, Armando.
Yeah, I got to see you at the office tomorrow, so I don't help.
Look at, I'll tell you later. Barbecue Chase is in the house. He's like, Crocs are a must cooking. There he goes. All right. Let's get to the Mount Rushmore. Anything else before we get to the Mount Rushmore? Anything you want to tell the Gooder Gang about yourself, about your cooking team, anybody else? They're in the comments right now. I'd love to get the whole team on eventually.
We need to plan that out. But yeah, I mean, like Rob said, in Texas, tenderness, that fork tender needs to be there. That was one of the biggest things that helped us out a lot, and we didn't know about when we first started. Nobody ever told us that, and once we figured that out, and actually somebody in my Mount Rushmore told us about it, that's when the walk started coming.
All right, well, let's get to it right now. The Mount Rushmore people. You've seen the show. I know you watch this show. You're a supporter of the show. You're a sponsor of the show. Thank you very much, Mondo. I appreciate you very much for being a sponsor of the show. But hey, talk about Mount Rushmore, people that have inspired you, people that have helped you along the way, people that you maybe look up to, that influenced you, whatever it may be. You got 4 on the mountain and 1 in the gift shop.
All right, I got to start off with Carlos Enriquez. He's the one that brought me onto the Milagros. He taught me a lot. Again, I was starting off. We were competing in APIs, and that was more oil field than anything. And once I joined the team, I mean, he made a bunch of stuff work for me and showed me some stuff that I couldn't even think about. Second will be Jerry Cardenas, Loaded Smoke, out of Raymondville, Texas. He was the one that really pushed us over the edge a little bit, helped us out with tenderness and I mean, right after talking to him and taking like a mini class from him, that's when we hit our first place brisket at the San Antonio Rodeo. After that will be Fred Robles. I mean, between the butcher shop and what he's done in the barbecue world overall, I mean, how can you not look up to the guy? On top of it, he's an amazing guy. He's an amazing friend. I mean, you cannot have him on your Rushmore. Especially somebody, I mean, down here, I'm 9'6", but I ain't the valley, but I still look up to him. And then Phil Breeden, I mean, I took his class as well. The little techniques, the little thing extras that he does and helps out everybody out. I mean, plus what he does. I mean, he goes to Australia and goes GCs it. He goes to Montana and goes GCs it. I mean, doesn't 52 comps a year like nothing. I mean, you have to look up to Phil Breeden, in my opinion. Fifth, I guess, in the gumball will be Bill Purvis. He's another. I mean, I've taken his online class for chicken thighs. I still haven't attempted them, but I did something similar this past weekend with legs. So that'll be my Mount Rushmore with 5 there.
That's a solid list. Armando said Jerry Cardenas, Carlos Enriquez, Fred Robles, Phil Breeden, and in the gift shop, Bill Purvis. Pretty solid list, my man. What you think about that, Mr. Eddie?
Man, that's a badass list. I mean, Jerry Cardenas, that's a badass cook right there, man. I wonder if he's ever gonna come out of retirement.
He's thinking about it. So he told me he's thinking about it.
Yeah, I know he got his stuff going on with his bar, casino, or whatever. But that's a bad dude right there.
Let me tell you about my best friend.
All right, talk about your barbecue homie, Eddie. Explain to him what the barbecue homie is and the gumball.
Barbecue homie, man, somebody you call on the weekend, say, hey, man, where we're going? Let's set up next to each other. Somebody, you like cooking next to pretty much every weekend or every time you cook. And then your gumball is going to be, Man, when that guy doesn't answer, you call your gumball machine.
Oh, we can do that.
So my barbecue homie, when he does decide to cook, it's gonna be Louis Jaimes from Lab Barbecue. We usually try to carpool up, try to park next to each other, help each other out when we can. And then my gumball will be another one that when he does decide to cook, because he hasn't cooked in a while, will be Victor Garcia from Uncle Vic's.
Woo, Uncle Vic's. Hell yeah.
El Tío.
Everybody's Theo. Look at that. And he's younger than I am, but he's my Theo. Look at that guy. Oh shit. Ashley's is she upset? She was not mentioned.
No. She knows Louis. That's where she put that.
Fred is saying thank you very much. That was awesome. Fred is on the list of everybody's, and because Fred is he's on my list. I don't know if he's on Eddie's list. I think he may be, but yeah, Fred has been somebody that is
he's not.
Fred has been somebody that is grown Texas barbecue, or at least put us, not so much us on the map, but once you get out of Texas, Fred was the guy that won the American Royal and basically broke that ceiling up there. All right, Ty is giving me a hint right there. Side hustle, Armando. You have a side hustle, bro. Let's talk about that real quick. He just mentioned that. What's your side hustle?
I saw the picture. And
what's your side hustle there?
I partner up with Cas Fab, and we started doing some caddies. Don't get me wrong, the caddies out there, they're great. I love them. I used to own previous caddies somebody else was making, but they were about half an inch to an inch too narrow or too thick for the way I was kind of like trimming my brisket. So decided to get with Chris from Cas Fabs, and we paired up and designed one that I think works best for us. And it looks like it's working best for some of the Texas cooks as well, just because a little bit of extra thickness, but not full on 8-inch thickness. Just because the way our boxes are at the bottom.
Yeah, so it's 7.5 inches. I love the the different size, airflow bottom, the holes on the bottom of that thing. It's worked out very well for us right now. So if you're looking for a brisket caddy in Texas, this is one you should probably look at. 7.5 inches right across the front, probably 9 inches deep, long, whatever it may be. What do you think?
It's 13.
13. See?
Yeah,
there it was.
It's 13. And then we have a rib caddy out as well. And we just finished up the chicken caddy, which both of those have been running as well. Bill Purvis has a shorter version of it for it can fit in a half pan. So we can customize it not only with your name or team name on it, but we can shorten it or make it a little longer.
Is that what it cost you to get on the show?
Maybe. Not just joking. No, it did not. The GC was what it cost.
The GC helped them for sure. How many GCs do you have, Armando?
As a team, I believe we have like 5 total.
Awesome. You like cooking in that team dynamic?
Absolutely.
It's great.
Absolutely. Right? Well, I mean, it gives me more time to go chit chat with some people. They call me the social butterfly because I know when my brisket is somewhat going to be ready. I know when to wrap it. So I can go walk around, chit chat, meet new friends, the neighbors. I mean, yeah, we like to park next to certain people, but at the same time, we like to park next to somebody that we've never met. And like in Arlington, we met Brant Williams, we met some other teams. It was great because, again, I like to wander and talk to people every now and then. I'm shy on camera, but in person, I'm a little more talkative.
Oh, you're good. Hey, how can they find the caddies? Ty will put the link down. Just say it, and Ty will put it up there.
Look for Cas Fab at Facebook, and you can reach out to us through there. Or worst case, just reach out to me personally through my Facebook.
I got a question.
There it is.
Look on it over there, Cas Workshop.
Say it, Eddie.
Now you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but So I know you're part of a team, but have you ever considered or thought about kind of going off on your own?
So I started off on my own, and honestly, I prefer the team. But again, I do cook just because I love to cook. I'll go cook alone if the team can't go. That's not going to stop me from cooking. If the team can't go, I just do prefer to cook with the team.
Good
Nice.
answer.
Good answer. Solid answer. Let's give some Price is Right answers right there. All right. Y'all ready to do some
raping? I mean, rating.
Not rape.
Sorry.
Not raping.
I feel like I've been
Mondo,
too
did we
nice
get
lately.
everything? Did we get everything out of the way real quick?
Real quick, I heard you had AC issues too.
Oh yeah. I did. My AC went out 2 weeks ago, or 3 contests ago, and dealing with it. It's hot. Texas summers are hot. August summers are especially hot. So I last 3 contests without AC. GC, no call. GC. How have you been doing, Mondo?
Well, my AC didn't want to turn on at all, and then at 3 in the morning when I was asleep with a fan in my face, it decided to turn back on, and I was freaking my ass off in the RV this past weekend. But yeah, it was not fun throughout the day not having AC when you get used to it.
I think if you want a GC, you just turn off your air conditioning. Just saying.
Right? Just pretend it's not working.
Pretend it's not working. Just turn it off. Survive the elements and focus on your cook while you're sweating. And GCs will happen. Yeah, last couple contests without air conditioning. GC, no call. GC. What do you think about that, Eddie?
Congrats.
I don't know. Luckily, my AC is working good right now. So
turn it off, bro. You get a GC. When's the last time you had a GC?
I keep my prep area. I don't keep it too cold just because I don't want my meat to get exposed to that cold. But if you go inside, if you go inside the bedroom, that motherfucker's cold.
Well, there you go. Leave the bedroom. Leave the bedroom cold. Leave that kitchen 97 plus, bro. You'll be good. 97 plus. Get a couple of it happens. It happens. All right. Ashley's in the comments says, I know I'll die. Yeah, it was terrible. All right. Gooder gang, you know what to do. 10 is excellent. 9, very good. 8, fair. And 7's poor and are personal. First up is a chicken box. I'll go first because I feel like I am a chicken cook at heart, but I'll let the Gooder gang do their thing. Gooder gang, do your thing. 10, 9, 8, 7. If you're going to give it a 8 or 7, please put a comment next to it, please. All right, Sergio Chapa, Coyote Cookers in the house. 10, 9, Twisted D. What's up, Donnie? How are you, man? The dude of the 9, Nicho, 9, ZZ Top, 9. A lot of 9s here. And Eddie just does not understand it. I'll go first. Oh, man. Okay. And I am going to give this an 8. Eddie is rubbing off on me right now. I do not like the sauce. Kind of seems not even. I do like that I can see some seasoning. It feels like the chicken is completely pushed up to the right corner. Lots of room in the front, right in the front of that deal. Maybe you wanted to do that for some display over there, but it's an 8 for me. Mondo, you're up next.
I'll give that a 9, and just because the sauce in the middle looks real thick, and the breast is not towards the front. Other than that, it would have been a 10.
Eddie.
I'm gonna start off with an 8.
That's an 8 for me.
Man, I don't like the way the wing is set up. I don't like the way the chicken's set up, but I don't like the way the wing's set up here. I like to pin my wings so they can kind of. I know Rob doesn't like that, but I like it to where it's kind of over the breast, kind of tucked in nicely. Not tucked, but anyway. And then that sauce, I think that's just an uneven sauce, man. The rub wasn't set on this, so when they poured that hot sauce, it started taking that rub off. So it's an 8 for me.
All right, 8 for Eddie. Next. I'll go first again. Mondo, Eddie. Gooder Gang, do your thing. That chicken was first place in Pleasanton this past weekend. The dude, 10, 10, 10 all day. 10, 10, 10, 10. Ashley says 10, but too much. All right, I'll go first. This box looks beautiful. The only thing that I was thinking, and only one person said it, was Eric Arnold, breast forward. I would love to see this twisted a little bit till we get the breast forward, and everything else looks okay. I also would like a little darker sauce, but I'm not gonna kill it here. That is a 10 for me. That's a 10. Mondo, you're up.
I agree with you on the breast forward, but if I want to eat it, like right now, I just want to dig into it. It's a 10.
Eddie.
I hate doing this, but
God,
man,
that's an 8 for me.
That's a 10, man. Just put that breast forward.
Oh, it's 10.
Put the breast forward though, and I don't know why they hid that. They want to hide that breast. It looks great.
Looks great. Looks great. Ty, I think we have a 10 box, right? Doesn't happen very often, but we got a 10. Nice box. All right. Next, please. All right.
Damn.
This is something that I told Ty we have to share. Judd?
Yeah. I wanted to make sure that like this is the part of the show that I like the most is the interaction with the Gooder Gang. When people start describing their boxes, and when they actually start sending me like what the judges said, and I just want to go off on a tangent here, a la maybe a little bit of Case Hahn. I'll maybe try to be like Case Hahn, if you will. I don't know what Judge 4 is talking about. Chicken tastes too salty. Learn some grammar, baby. Judge 4, you are terrible. I give you a 7, but Judge 6, chicken appearance, bass boating. Judge 6 says that this is chicken taste that my mom would like this. This shit is on point. So let me tell you, Judge 6, you got a 10. Judge 4, 7. Do better.
Judge 6 watches the show.
I love the fact that we got a comment that said bass boating. Bass boating. Ty, play this audio sound, please. This is the perfect time.
Bass boating?
Yes.
You ever seen a bass boat go down the water and everything like that?
Oh, and he nailed it. Oh, shit. Hashtag bass boat.
I call it bass boat.
All right. So this judge apparently has definitely watched the show. Bass boating. All right. Next. Who fancies himself as a pork cook? Mondo, you'll be up first. Eddie, no, I'll go second. Eddie, I'll let Eddie kill it.
Bro, I've been last every time.
8, 9, 8, 8, 8. $8,000 box. 8. Don't like the pork box. 9, 9, 9. All right, Mondo.
I'll give it a 9 just because I really like the first 6, but the ones in the back was just a little too much. If they would have just turned those and just made 3 rows, not used so many, then maybe it would have been a 10. But other than that, they look good. I like the bark on them, but I don't like those 2 back rows.
All right, I go next. I think this cook really likes the tenderness because every single one of those is a thick ass box. I can see some, I can see something on the rear right of these, but man, I like this box a lot. I think it's a solid box. I can't fault it very much. Other than the right side, I do like the thickness of this. I like the fact that they put in a shit ton of monies. I'll give it a 9. Eddie, you're up.
That's going to be an 8 for me.
Why?
I don't like the way it's set up. It looks like they're trying to hide something on those 2 back rows. I want to see the rows going, forward. I don't like
they're trying to hide something with 20 something fucking money muscles on.
Yeah. I want to see the front of that. I mean, that's just me. And I don't like the shape of the front. The ones he picked for the front, I think they could have, or he or she, they could have picked better looking 6 that they're going to display. Right.
Whoa. Somebody said marked box. Why is that a marked
box?
box?
I don't know. I saw that.
That is not a marked box.
I'm wondering what that is on the top right, though. It might just be like the shadow or something.
I think that's maybe a cut up in that area and the reflection of the other ones there.
But, yeah. I mean, the 6 that they picked for like the front display, I don't really like those.
All right. Next. Ashley with a 10. Enriquez with a 9. Jackie, 8. Jackie. If Jackie gives you an 8, you can score it a 9. Nicho, 9. 8. 9. All right. Eddie, you are a rib cook. A lot of 9s here. We got a 10. We got an 8.
I'm going to go with the 8 on this one. Man, I feel like it could use more sauce, less pepper. It looks a little too, either the sauce is too set or there wasn't enough sauce. And then that middle rib, the one right there in the middle, and you could have just brought it down just a bit, lined it up, and man, it could have been an 8.5.
You drop that middle one down, you get a 0.5 point. All right, yeah. Mondo, you're up next.
I would go with a 9 for similar reasons like Eddie. I want more sauce, especially on the bone that's showing. I like those bones to be a little more tinted, and I'm an 8 bone type of guy. 10 bones for some reason looks too full. Like to see a little air in there. That's just me. So I'll go with a 9.
All right, we talk about on this show bass boating. I love the texture of this rib. I will be a bass boating fool all day long. Oh, I thought I was going to say. I thought it was going to continue. Yeah, I can see some. I'm not a big saucy guy rib on it. This is a 10 for me, 100%. 10. I can see what Eddie's saying about pushing them down a little bit. That's not going to kill me right there. A lot of bass boating, in my opinion. I don't like a saucy rib. This is a 10 for me. I can see a lot of toenails. I can see this is a perfect rib box, by the way. All right, let's go next. A lot of 9s on that rib box, by the way. And we got 110. All right, brisket. Everybody's a brisket king here in Texas. What do we guys think about this one? 8, 7.
I'm gonna assign myself the first pick, the first score.
What?
I'm gonna assign myself going first.
All right, you want to go first?
Absolutely.
All right, 8, 9. A lot of 8s. All right, Eddie, you're up first, sir.
7. That's it.
Come on, Eddie. You gotta explain.
It just looks fucking sloppy, man. I mean, your bark's falling off. You got whatever bark's falling off. You got it on the slice. That back slice could have been left out. It looks. Sorry, man. I just trying to help here, but it looks like shit.
All right,
and you only got 4 fucking burn ends. Like at that point, don't even put them in.
Yeah, I'll go next. Yeah, this does not look good. Sorry. It looks like everything is washing off in the middle there. The bark is not set. It's washing off in the middle. And I was going to ask that same question. If you're going to cook a CBA box, you cannot only turn in 4 burn ends. I think you need 6 because we have minimum 6 judges. So, ooh. Do I give it 7? I'm gonna give it 7 here. Mondo.
I'm gonna go 8, and the only reason why is sometimes my bark does rub off a little bit like that, and I've gotten great scores with it, so it bothers me a little bit. But at the same time, I know it happens, but I don't like that's only 4 burn ends. If you're gonna put burn ends, fill it up with burn ends all the way from edge to edge. You gotta put 6 or 8 of them in there to fill it up from edge to edge.
Rennie said that was Hector's box. He's learning.
You're gonna put it in the box. Put it in the box.
And I really don't like that last slice either. At the very, very end, it's hidden.
All right,
and it's hidden for a reason.
Shout out to producer Ty doing the heavy leg work. We get obviously a brisket box in the house. Eddie, you're gonna go first on this one. I'll go last. Mondo will be in the middle. Carlos with a 9. Come on, Gooder Gang, do your thing. Let's go. Ty, how many boxes do we have left?
We have about 14 boxes left, but
oh yeah. We got about
how long you want to go.
We got about 3 more boxes left. All right.
Yeah.
8, 9, 9, 8, 9, 9. All right, a lot of 8s, a lot of 9s. Ooh. All right, Eddie.
Man, I really want to give it a 7, but I'm gonna go 8 on this. Man, them burn ends are, man, they're way too saucy. You can't even see where one ends and the other one begins on that first row. The slices look pretty good. They're just a little too dark for me. Probably too much sauce. So yeah, I'm gonna go 8.
Wait, aren't burn ends supposed to be saucy though?
They are, but look at that. So starting from right to left, those 2, I mean, it looks like one fucking burn end because there's so much sauce on it. On that first row.
All right. Mondo, what you think?
I'm gonna give it a 9, but for the same reason, I think it's too much sauce on the burnt ends. But at the same time, I do want to eat those slices.
All right, I'll go. Obviously, my turn. I want to give this a 10. I really do. But what Eddie and Mondo said, you can't tell. I would love to see some definition in the slices on the right side. But in the burn ends, in the burn ends. But those slices look amazing. So I'm gonna give it a 9. Should be a 10. Could be a 10. Could be easily a 10 if you put one row, add one more slice. Ty, what you think, my man?
So I have a quick question. Did you not give it a 10 because it's blocked on the left side and not blocked on the right side? Why
nothing to do with that. I'm strictly
Just
looking
overall?
at the
Okay.
burn ends in the bottom there.
Okay, gotcha.
All right. Next box, please, sir.
I might have to take this fucking hat off. Sorry for cussing, brother.
Sorry for cussing. I see what you did there, Eddie. All right. Rudy said 8. The burn ends were too saucy on the last box. Daddy Touch 8. Carlos, a 10? Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to say 10. 10. Laugh my ass off. Plain looking 8. The Gooder Gang is the roughest fucking gang. We're bullies. We're a bully gang, apparently. 8. 7. Something. Oh my God. We're bullies here on this show. All right, next. All right, let's go. Mondo, you're up first.
I'd give it a 9, and just because of the spacing, if they can, especially that front brisket, that front slice, they can lower it just a little bit to where it looks more even spacing.
It's not bad.
It'll be closer to that 10. No, it's not bad. Just lower it just a little bit more, in my opinion.
All right, I go next. Man, I'm gonna give that a. Damn it, you're right. Left side, lower. Could be perfect. All you need to do is shift that first slice up, right, Mondo? Shift it, the one on the right, down on the left. I'm gonna give it a 9. Looks good though. 9.
This is an excellent comment right here. If you're not ready to step your game up, don't send in your box.
Yeah, Rochelle. What's up, Rochelle?
My turn.
JJ Daly said the same thing. First slice should not have been in this first slice. Yeah, your turn. Go.
I'm gonna go. No, it's not a terrible brisket. It looks really tender.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna give it an 8.
I want to eat it.
I want to eat it too. I'm gonna give it an 8. But because, well, actually, I'm gonna say this. It looks like it was cooked. Well, this brisket was cooked in an offset. And you might have gotten a little too hot on your fire, because if you look at the left side of this brisket, you can see where it took a lot of heat on the top. So that part's not going to be as, and when you chew it, you're going to feel that, right? And if it was just a little bit cleaner, that first slice looks good. You can just kind of cut it, make it look even.
Rozicki, that's his box, 3rd and Tomball. I mean,
yeah,
like I said, I want to eat it.
Shit.
I want to
eat it.
But look at every slice. 1, 2, 3. I'm talking about from top to bottom. 1, 2, 3. Everything is uniform except the very first slice. That's it. And there we go. Fix that one. Rozicki, all good. Drums, all right. Next box. All right, if you're judging this, let's just assume this is an IBCA box. and you cannot turn anything else other than a half chicken. I'll go first because I'm a chicken cook by trade. You know, I got my trade license in chicken. All right, we got 8, 9, 8, 9, 9, 9, 8. Turn the leg to the right. 9. A little dark. All right, I'll go first. I do like the bass boating. I think you could have sauced this a little earlier. And I wish the bird was turned 90 degrees. I want that leg in the right corner, not in the left corner, back left corner. I want it in the right back corner. I'm gonna give this I'm gonna give this an 8. Sorry. Mondo, you're up next, Bo. You're muted.
I'm with you 100% with an 8 for the same reason. And then on top of it, you can see the sauce is not saturated or the seasoning itself was not spread out evenly. And that wingtip got a little dark.
All right, Eddie.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8. I mean, I'm sure the lighting, made it look darker, but you can see it on the front of the breast. The sauce kind of washed off. I mean, the rub kind of washed off a little bit. Breast forward always, and then fuck, man, I feel like I need to do like a fucking foil video or something because nobody gives a shit about the foil, and we need to fix this foil. But
let's do it,
anyway,
Eddie. You should do it. You should do it.
Bird is gonna be an 8. The foil, it's a fucking 6.
All right, Ty. Two more, Ty.
Let's give Jackie a good box.
I know. First off,
it hurts me personally. Yeah.
Clean your lens here, please, though. I'll go first. Mondo, Eddie. Ashley, we're about to wrap up, but thank you, sweetheart. Appreciate you. I'll go first. I need some more setting of the bark. I need a cleaner lens. I'll give this a 9, though. Everything is uniform. Everything's laid out really nicely. I'll give this a 9. Mondo.
I wish I could see this brisket in person because in person it'd probably be a lot nicer.
Right.
But yeah, I'm with you on that 9. It looks uniform. It might have been too dark in the trailer, or I don't know. But yeah, just the bark that's washed off is the only thing that's throwing me off. But I do wish I could see it in person.
Eddie.
Before I score it, I just wish they would have cleaned this brisket up. It looks good. I mean, the fucking slices are pretty symmetrical, but I'm gonna give it an 8. Bark washing off. I mean, every slice looks messy.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about this brisket, bro.
I know, but what are you talking about messy? What do you want to clean up?
Every slice just looks like it doesn't look. I know they tried to either sauce it or au jus it, but it's just kind of like all over the slices. It's not.
A little splotchy? Is that what you're talking about? Splotchiness?
Yeah, splotchy.
Okay.
It looks messy.
All right.
Every slice looks different. Every slice looks a little shitty.
I see it.
And it had potential.
Yep. All right, Ty. Last box picture. Okay. Eddie, you're up first. Mondo and Rob. We'll see what the Gooder Gang thinks here. Here we go. 9, 9, 9, 10, 10, Needs more color. Jackie. Love Jackie. 9, 9, 10. Austin. 9. All right, a lot of 9s coming through here. Eddie, I said you're first. What you thinking, my man?
Man, I'm gonna go 8 on this one.
Ooh, 8.
I mean, I know it doesn't matter, you know, two different sizes, but this is the So Smoking Gooder show, so it does matter. And for me, personally, I'd like to turn in just the actual money muscle and get rid of all the other shit, right? So if you're turning in medallions, man, turn in just the money. Cut off that excess. I mean, I don't know what muscle that is. I'm not that educated on the fucking parts of the pork, but I'd cut it out and just leave the money muscle on both sides, and they might have looked a little more even. I don't mind the color though. Color looks good, and it looks good. I mean, I'd like to eat it, but if we're judging it on the show, that's what I think.
Mondo.
Different size, but still something I would love to dig into. I'll give it a 10.
Okay. That's a 7 for me. Not a 7. I'm sorry. 8. That's an 8. That's an 8 for me. No. What I meant was an 8. I almost said it again. That's an 8. The money muscles on their very front row on the left are the ones on the bottom. Those are the money muscles. I don't like the chunks. I don't like the color. I'm sorry. This is probably a 180 in some contest. For me, it's an 8. Sorry. And I don't like the color, honestly, Eddie. I think it needs some more color. So, my opinion.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, that's gonna wrap up the rate my box segment for the night.
Can we do like one more, but like a 10? Like, can you pick a 10?
All right,
Ty?
do we get a 10? Do we get a 10, Ty? Do we got something that Ty likes to come up there? That might have been it, by the way.
He said 14.
No, that wasn't it. This may be it. I gave this a 9.
All right, Ty scores at a 9. We'll let Eddie go last because he is a brisket cook. So is Armando. So it'll be Mondo, Eddie last. I guess I'll go first. Ty, you're up first, by the way. But hold on. Let's let the Gooder Gang chime in here. Rozicki says, looks overcooked. I don't know about that. Looks pretty good. Just 9, 9, 9. A lot of 9s, no 10s in the house. All right, I'll go first. Man, I like the layout. This is the So Smoking Gooder show. We are very overly critical. I am still giving this a 10. This is a 10 for me. Ty, you're up next.
Yeah, so I gave this a 9, and the only reason is kind of what I've learned from the show is it looked like something touched the first 2, 3, maybe 4 slices.
Yeah, I see
and made that little indentation.
Yeah.
And then here's the thing that I thought y'all would ding: the back slices looks like it's laying really flat, and the other ones just don't lay up against it nicely. And it looks like maybe the front slice is a little bit thicker than the back ones, but that just could be the picture. But the reason I didn't give this a 10, this looks really good to me. Like, I want to eat this and everything, but it just looks like it's a little too much au jus on there made it a little bit too shiny.
Mondo.
I agree with Ty 100%. And especially on the KCBS box, you can add a little extra kale in the back to prop up that last slice where it can look a little more even all the way down. Other than that, it's a fucking 9. I mean, it would have been a 10, but it's a 9.
All right, next.
I'm gonna give it a 9. That back slice laying them down doesn't really bother me. Because I mean, if you don't want to build a little block in the back to fucking lift up your back slice, I do my KCBS boxes. I lay the first one down. I lay the first one on the back and then I stack on top of it. But yeah, it's a 9.
All right.
Excellent.
Looks really tender. Looks like that second slice even broke a little bit.
All right. Well, let's wrap this show up. Thank you very much, Mr. Armando DeLuna from Los Milagros.
Thank you, guys.
Q Crew, I appreciate you, man. Thanks for sticking around for the Rate My Box. We got a great story from you, man. That was pretty cool. You guys have been. I like the team dynamic. I like the fact that you're kind of doing some of the contests on your own too. That's a big deal. But Eddie, what did you take away from this, man?
Oh man, I mean, it's always good to talk to people that haven't been on the show and kind of learn their backstory and where they're at and how they got started and all that stuff. So, man, it's badass. Keep up the good work, brother.
Thank you.
There he was. Armando, before we let you go, man, anybody you want to give a shout out to before we let you go, man? People that support you.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Absolutely. Those Pendejo Spices, Texas Original Charcoal, Midland Meat, Laredo Roofing, the team itself, Los Milagros. I mean, they support me when I do go by myself, and they're always there behind me when we're out there together. I hope I'm not missing anybody else. LNS Distributors is one of our greatest sponsors. Michelob Ultra I'm drinking. I hope I didn't miss anybody. But those are our main supporters. My wife, my kids. I mean, all them.
Awesome, man. Hey, I appreciate you coming on the show. Thank you very much. You have been killing it. The whole team with Los Milagros have been killing it, man. And I appreciate your support with Laredo Roofing Company, Laredo Roofing Solutions. I appreciate you guys very much, man. And thank you for coming on the show, man.
Thank you for the invitation.
Absolutely. We appreciate you, man. If you want to stick around here, I'm going to drop you down. Ty will drop you down. We'll hang out here just for a few minutes. But Eddie, pretty awesome, man. Thank you very much for being another part of the co-host of this show.
Fuck yeah, brother. Sorry for cussing. It was a great show, man.
Another great show. We get to introduce another guy that's been doing it well in the barbecue.
Man, and sorry, I forgot to say this during the show, man. Man, a few years ago, my aunt passed away, man, due to cancer, and Armando, reached out to me. He said, "Man, I got a hat for you." And anyways, he sent me a hat, and it says "Fuck Cancer." So that was pretty thoughtful of him, man, and I really appreciate it.
That's awesome, bro. That's awesome. Yeah, he's a good dude. 100%. Great dude. All right. Well, for Eddie Morales and producer Ty doing his great work, my name is Rob Arocha, and we're going to sign out tonight, and we'll be back next week with another great guest. But thank you very much. Case, close us out, my man.
Good night to all of you wonderful people in Barbecue Nation. You too, California.